Hi, I'm Dave Mattson, CEO of Sandler. Today, I have a guest, which I'm super honored by having Carlos Garrido join us. He's an award-winning Sandler franchisee out of Miami. I'll talk a little about your first angst. Was it a franchise? Like, I don't want to be micromanaged. I don't want to be told to burn the hamburger for 2.5 minutes. The alarm goes off and I got to burn it again the other side for 2.5 minutes. Because as an entrepreneur, as a consultant, we tinker, right? That's what we do. And we're always chasing the next idea. So let's talk a little bit about how the Sandler relationship is set up with the trainers and franchises as yourself, because I don't think we micromanage you. Let's talk about the flexibility that you have and the different models that are out there that you can pick and choose from.
Yeah, that's a great discussion. I want to clarify something I said about my antibodies to franchising. There was two folds. One was the one you said about the hamburger, 2 minutes either side. And there was like almost a philosophical antibody I had to franchising, which was, I've been in investment banking my whole life. It didn't feel like a real business somehow. It felt like a pretend business, almost like playing at business. And in the past, if somebody had said, I had franchise, my mind went to a pretty dark place. It was like, it almost discounted the entrepreneurial investment and it discounted it in my mind. The fact that it was complete. And maybe in some circumstances with some franchises where you get the plan, right? Hire these 4 people to do this, right. Those be in this location. Here's the plan. Just turn the hand. But, pay me $200,000, turn the handle on this machine and money comes out. But that certainly isn't when I was doing my diligence on this, that isn't what I found. I think I spoke in depth to maybe 5 or 6 different, I know one of them was Wentworth, one of them were the Polins, because I was based up in Philadelphia at the time for a short time. Tom Neeson, I found everybody I spoke to had an entirely different business, like entirely. Some people, all public programs. Some people, all private programs. Some people, the tip of the spear is the sales program, the stuff we're known for, like across the globe. Some people, management, that's their tip of their spear. And they kind of draw the other programs in around a management-led, some of them leadership now. So I saw very different models, and I asked myself, how do you take the same seed? You put a seed in the ground, and it creates a completely different, tree. How does that happen? And I think that it comes down to the market that business is in. Yeah. I think it comes down to the experience set that the lead of that business brings. Right. Experience and also the network they have, the kind of natural ambient network. Even though saying that, me and Antonio had 0 network in Miami. I mean, 0. We, in 7 years, I don't think we've had $1 off anybody we knew before we opened the Sandler business. It's quite disappointing in some ways, but nobody. We knew nobody. Antonio's first day in Miami was the day we opened living in Miami was the day we opened the business. That was the day I stopped traveling to Latin America every day. We knew nobody. So I think we grew kind of a pretty standard Sandler business. You've got a better lens on this than anybody, but I think, we started with sales. We developed a management program. We're public program heavy. Private program, well, we're starting to become private program heavy. That's a mistake, but we're getting drawn there. But I think we kind of were forced into running and we're in a metropolis, right? Miami, it's a cool market. Right. So I think a kind of very standard tree grew out of the Sandler seed, out of us and out of Miami. But if we'd have had a local network that was like a lot of bankers, I think we'd have like a financial services Sandler business now. If we had in our local marketplace maybe an abundance of media companies, because maybe we're in San Francisco, or we're technology companies, then I think we would have a very tech-flavored Sandler business. But we just happen to know nobody be in a metropolis where there's all kinds of business. And we had the benefit of really not knowing what we were doing. And that was brutal for the first 12 months and then fantastic after that.
Listen, if you want to be like Carlos and have your independence and control your own destiny, why don't you give us a call at 410-559-2033 or email us at franchising@sandler.com. And I'm looking forward to the opportunity to help you make sure this is your last career stop.